yoga blocks will come in handy for extra support. We're going to start off standing in our lunge, and we're going to hold for 1 minute. So coming into a lunge, standing, have your knee on top of your ankle right here. Hands can rest onto your thigh or onto your hips, finding your balance, feeling the stretch in the back of your hip right here. As we hold these stretches, tune into your breath. Take a couple more seconds to take those inhales and match those exhales as you take your breath out. We're focusing on opening up our lower body, our hips, relieving any lower back pain. Once you settle into the stretch, maybe you're going to sink a little bit lower. Holding for a couple more seconds. And bring it back up. So this time we're having our front leg is straight. We're going to reach up, stack our shoulders, and hold here in our triangle pose. Feel the stretch in that front hamstring. Chest is turned out to one side. If your arm is getting tired, feel free to place it on top of your hip here. Again, these are 1 minute holds. You're starting to feel tired. Again, think about the breathing. And hold whichever pose feels best for you to settle in. We're going to keep this front leg straight. We're going to switch it over. You can have your block down here, and we're going to twist to the opposite direction. If you don't have a block, you can grab onto your shin. If you have that block, it might be a bit more comfortable. This time we're twisting out our spine. You can have a slight bend to your front knee if it feels better. No need to force it to be straight. If this arm at the top is getting tired, feel free, place it onto your hip. Give your arm a little bit of support. Otherwise, keep the arm nice and long, getting a good stretch through the side of your body. Breathing in and out, taking your time with the breathing. In 3, 2, and 1. Twist down and come back up. We're going to switch over to the opposite side, coming into our lunge. Sinking down, holding here first. Placement of your knee right on top of the ankle. You can have support here with your thigh. You can have support onto your hips. Feeling the stretch in the back hip. As you ease into this stretch, maybe your body will allow you to take it deeper, sinking those hips closer to the floor, placing your hands wherever it feels best. Big inhale, long exhale. Feel the back hip open up and stretch. Good. Coming up, you can close the stance or feel stable. Front leg is going to be straight, and we're reaching our arm down. Stack your shoulders up here. We hold 1 minute. Opening the side of your body, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings and your hips. And big inhales and exhales. If your arm is getting tired, feel free to place it down, support it onto your hip. Otherwise, we keep that arm up. Creating length through our body. Reach those fingertips up and down. Keep breathing through it. Couple more seconds in this hold. In 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring yourself up. We're keeping this front leg out here. If you had your block, you can have that support, and this time we're twisting out to the opposite side. Feel free to bend that front knee if you need. We have a triangle pose here with a twist, stretching out the opposite side of the body. Focusing on the breathing. If it gets difficult, being present with the breath. Feeling the stretch in the front of your leg. If your arm is getting tired, you can drop it down to your hip. Otherwise, let's keep that arm up if you want to build that strength and endurance. Keep breathing and holding this pose. Staying strong in that arm. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Let's bring our feet in together. We're going to stand nice and tall here. Bending your knees, we're going to reach down into a hamstring stretch. The focus here, let's get our belly onto our thighs or close the space rather than having rounded shoulders. It could look like this with a flat back and reaching down. I'll play around with this movement and see how far you can take it down. As you exhale, you might sink a little bit deeper into it. As you exhale, feel your chest sink lower towards your legs. Your head and your shoulders getting heavy, reaching further down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming up. We're going to stretch out our calf muscles, coming into a down dog. Now creating a triangular shape. Your hips are at the top, your palms down on the floor. Hips stay nice and high. We'll hold one round for 30 seconds. And then tap down, reset, hold it for another 30 seconds. Relaxing your head, looking through your legs. You can shift your hips side to side if it feels good, or hold still. Continue to breathe. Good. 30 seconds in, you can tap down, rest your arms and shoulders, pop back up when you're ready. Another 30 seconds holding. Push your heels down into the floor. Tuning back into your breath. 10 more seconds. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. 3, 2, 1, and down. And here, we're going to come into a high plank and weave our leg into pigeon pose. Let's stretch out our hips. We can have our hands placed out in front, popping our chest up, maybe taking blocks. So if we have our blocks, we can push our body up and away, and we open up our back hip. We hold here. When you're in this pose, relax those shoulders. Placing weight on that front leg, sinking deeper into those hips. And big inhales and exhales. Relaxing those shoulders, letting those hips sink closer towards the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We come into our high plank and we're going to switch over to the opposite side, weaving that front leg through. If you had those blocks, let's keep them up here. Otherwise, you just match the stretch that you had. Maybe you just had your hands down. And remember, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed away from your ears, releasing tension in your upper neck and upper back. As you exhale, feel your hips sink closer towards the floor. Feeling the support through both of your hands on the floor or the blocks, holding for a couple more seconds. Feeling tension of your lower back peeling off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We can come back up into our high plank and drop our hips down low. We're keeping our chest up, shoulders away from the ears. Feeling the stretch through those hips. You can turn your hips side to side, shifting the weight. Maybe feeling a stretch through the side of your body and your hips as you twist and rotate. It's a good stretch if you've been sitting down for most of the day. Or just need to unlock those hips. At any point, if you do get tired in those arms, you can drop down, come back up. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Our blocks out in front, if you have them, just for elevated support. Take one arm, the opposite leg. Let's see if you can reach. Oh, if not, maybe your knee is down on the ground and you're pulling that leg. It might look like that. If you have the strength and support there, feel free to lift that back knee off the floor. So it's opposite hand and opposite foot in contact in your quad stretch. We hold this one for a little bit shorter so we can rest our arms. Breathing throughout. And if you need to tap down, reset, feel free to do so. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, drop your knee. Let's try it on the opposite side. Take one hand out, reach the back foot. Sweep it across, see if you can find contact. If not, this is fine. You hold your stretch here. If you're able to, let's lift that back knee up, holding here, feeling the stretch in that quad. Pulling your hand into your foot, pushing your foot into your hand. This one's a shorter hold. Breathing. Keep breathing in, out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, drop your knee down. Take our knees as wide as the mat if you have one. And we're going to come into child's pose. Sink your hips back. We'll close it off here. Head down onto the floor. We'll hold 1 full minute. Reach your hands nice and long out in front. As you exhale, let your hips sink down closer into the sockets, into the mat. Big inhales, long exhales. Last couple breaths. Big breath in. Feel it come in. Exhale, feeling the breath come out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. That's it for our lower body stretches today, and I'll see you tomorrow for some core work.